This 39 Dunedin News Bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on 39 Dunedin News, large power bills are sending more people to the city's curtain bank in an effort to keep the heat in and costs down. A desire to have the Heart Foundation tick on packaging sees more manufacturers producing better quality food. And beehive production is proving to be a lucrative business for local high school students. Good evening, Dunedin. I'm Rebecca Dupree. Demand for the city's curtain bank is growing quickly, with many families seeking help this winter. Staff believe thousands of people are struggling to pay large power bills that are often the result of home heating. And they say having better curtains can go a long way.
Dunedin's curtain bank is experiencing high demand this winter as the chill well and truly sets in. Coordinator Tammy Prescott puts the increase down to people hearing more and more about their service.
Yeah, so this year we've been really busy. I think awareness of the curtain bank is growing in Dunedin. So we've put out about 300 pairs of curtains this year. So yeah, it's been going really well for us.
Winter in Dunedin often means sub-0 degree nights and chilly mornings. One of the ways houses lose heat is through windows. And the larger the window, the quicker the heat escapes.
As you can see, the longer drop curtains are lacking. So we're always looking for longer drop curtains, which over 2 metres, because a lot of the houses in Dunedin are really old villas with big windows. So we're trying to cater for those as well, which is not always easy.
Prescott says every curtain the organisation gives out has a thermal lining to increase insulation. She says it may help the many people who are currently dealing with large power bills they simply can't afford.
I think so. I think times are tough and, power bills, I think it was around 30,000 people last year had their power disconnected. So I think definitely a sign of the times that, people are looking for cheap ways to warm up their homes.
In the 3 years the curtain bank has existed, Prescott estimates it's supplied around 1,300 curtains to Otipoti whānau in need. Daryl Baser, 39 Dunedin News.
More than $460,000 has been allocated to several major city events. The funding has been given out by the Dunedin City Council's Events Assessment Subcommittee, which received 14 applications. 11 of those were granted, with ID Dunedin Fashion Week receiving the largest sum, taking away $95,000. The aim of the fund is to encourage both major and small events to flourish in the city. Other successful recipients include this month's Chocolate Carnival, as well as the Otago Rally and Midwinter Carnival. A team of researchers have been studying the effects of the Heart Foundation's tick scheme on New Zealand food. They've discovered many companies are deliberately making their products healthier in order to gain the coveted tick. And that's good news for Kiwis wanting to cut down on salt and saturated fat.
Knocking out the fat. Researchers at the University of Otago have been hard at work testing more than 40 food products that have recently earned the Heart Foundation tick. They've shown that when foods change to meet the required standard for the tick, they appear to become a lot healthier.
Where there's a tick that then appears on the front of the pack. And this is either you meet the criteria or you don't. And so when they assess this, they actually use an independent lab who then chemically tests whether that information on that nutrition panel, whether that's actually accurate or not.
Dr. Louise Mainville led the study and says her team has proven that companies are deliberately making their products healthier in order to gain the Heart Foundation tick.
Well, we were looking at the National Heart Foundation tick program, and that program's been around for over 20 years. And what it is a program that sets kind of really strict nutrition criteria for over 60 categories of food. And if food manufacturers reformulate their foods, change the recipe to actually meet those criteria, then they can get a license to have that tick logo on their products, such as these products have done here.
Researchers compared the nutritional value of products with the tick against similar products without the tick. Mainville believes that without the current program, New Zealanders would be consuming far more saturated fat and salt than they do now.
The TIC program, there have been some modeling studies done that have shown across the board, if the TIC program didn't exist, we would be eating more saturated fat, energy, and sodium, salt, than if we didn't have the TIC program.
The study's findings have been published in British journal Public Health Nutrition, but Mainville says further research is required to establish the impact of the entire program on the nation's health. Daryl Baser, 39, Dunedin News.
Dunedin police have concerns about the theft of several firearms from two city addresses in recent weeks. The stolen firearms include shotguns and air rifles and were taken from a Corstorphine address and a construction site on the Tyree. In both cases, police say the guns were secured correctly, but given the recent activity, they urge those with firearms to ensure they're safely locked away from any ammunition. A group of local teenagers behind a new beehive manufacturing company are overwhelmed by the demand for their product. The Kaikorai Valley College students are involved in this year's Young Enterprise competition, and they're throwing everything they've got behind their commercial project.
Looking over their handiwork, these Kaikorai Valley College students are behind Kaika Bee Co, a company currently manufacturing beehives. The group is taking part in this year's Young Enterprise scheme, and they're pleased with how it's going so far.
We are making one type of beehive that's made of recycled reamry that we've so far been sourcing from around our school, and our other beehive is going to be a commercial grade beehive that's made out of pine timber.
Each team member is trained on a different machine, helping make the manufacturing process a smooth one. While the demand for the hives has been unexpected, the four-person team say they're happy to rise to the challenge.
Well, so far we've already sold 20 full hives and 40 boxes, one of them to a company here in Dunedin and one to a company that's based up central. And so far we had interest in an order of 200 hives, which has been really, really good.
The group recently came second in a Dragon's Den competition with their oral presentation and first equal with their business plan. It's the second year in a row that a Kaikorai Valley College team has done well in the scheme, and Payne says she's keen to follow in her predecessor's footsteps.
I think we're all really passionate about it because we wanted to carry on the same environmental theme that Kaika Energy had last year, because it's really important to our school, and we thought it'd be really nice just to carry on the same strand as them. But once we kind of found out more about the bees and stuff, we felt like it was really important.
For now, the group is focused on making as many hives as possible, with a goal of 40 per month for the next 3 months. Payne says they're already exceeding that, putting them in a good position to fill an order for 100 hives, even if it means spending the school holidays in the workshop. Ruby McAndrew, 39, Dunedin News.
Still to come on 39 Dunedin News, interest in sustainability within the community is on the rise, and the Southern Steel look to cap off a near-perfect season.
Hi kids, if you'd like to enter our competition and win a trip for you and 2 friends from home to school in a fire truck, see the competition details below.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell menswear, it fits.
Mobility Solutions Centre Dunedin provides products to improve your independence, comfort and safety. Contact the team at 4777 195 or visit mobilitysolutioncentre.co.nz.
Wooltech have the experience and the expertise to supply a wide range of high-quality New Zealand-made products and can manufacture customised products to meet your individual requirements. Wooltech, great people, great products, great service.
Driving Miss Daisy is a safe, friendly and reliable companion driving service.
Hello Jean, where are we off to today?
We form genuine friendships with our clients and help them to remain independent. Thousands of Driving Miss Daisy clients and their families love our caring, affordable service. Call us today for a quote on 0800 948 432 or visit drivingmissdaisy.co.nz. Driving Miss Daisy, for the gift of independence.
Thinking of services for older people? Think Enliven. Enliven is a service philosophy where people come first. Enliven is about choice, activity, relationships, respect and security. You can enliven your health, your friendships, your life, no matter what your age. For more information, go to pearsatago.org.nz or call 4777 115. Come one, come all to the Lana Castle Winter Ball. Traditional dancing, dining and fun to be had. Dress up in your Victorian costume and experience the glamour of yesteryear and witness the address of the haggis. Friday 22nd of July, get in fast as tickets are limited. Call 4761 or go online to www.lanarkcastle.co.nz.
And mums and dads, we've got a great competition for you too. You can win a fire extinguisher and a fire blanket for your home. Just see the details below.
Welcome back. Nearly 80% of KiwiSaver members are reading their annual statements, but less than a quarter are checking whether they're on track for retirement. Research by investment watchdog the Financial Markets Authority has found males over 60 are more likely to read their statements, while females in their 20s were less likely to. For those who didn't read the statement, the biggest barriers were that it was too complicated or they simply weren't interested in it. The research surveyed 2,000 people between May and June, with more than 1,300 being KiwiSaver members. And on that note, let's take a look at today's markets. The NZX 50 has closed the day up 6 points, now at 6,977. The Nikkei is down 421 points. To the exchange rate, so the Kiwi dollar is up very slightly against the pound, but we are down against the other currencies that we follow. Rising interest in sustainable energy practices is at the centre of one charitable group's heart. The Blue Skin Resilient Communities Trust is facilitating sustainable resource use, and manager Scott Willis joins us to talk about it. Good evening.
Good evening.
What does the trust do?
Well, we're a local charity that invests in climate action, local climate action, and we concentrate on energy, but we do a whole range of, provide a whole range of services, projects and advocacy expertise in the community.
Can you give us an example of a couple of things that you've been called on to help with?
Well, we are a supporter of the Cosy Homes Trust. So we're the Dunedin Otago representative of the Community Energy Network, a national network of community organisations working to reduce fuel poverty. And as such, we work really closely with Cosy Homes, the Valley Project we give assistance to, and any other organisations that share our values.
What are you hoping to accomplish in the long term?
Well, we'd like to see Dunedin free of fuel poverty. We'd like to see every Dunedin home warm and cosy. We'd like to see residents of Otago living in comfort in healthy environments. We'd like to see Dunedin with a low carbon footprint, and we'd like to see all of the Dunedin city receiving its electricity from local renewable electricity resources.
Now, you've mentioned the Cosy Homes project. Who else are you working with?
Well, we work very closely with our national organisation, the Community Energy Network. So we're working with the Community Energy Network on a new healthy rental certification program. You'll be aware of the Residential Tenancies Act, which now requires landlords by law have to achieve a good insulation standard and fire alarm standard. So There's a new certification program that's coming into play very, very soon to assist those landlords ensure that they meet their legal requirements.
So what other things are you adding to that?
That's a policing certification program, but at a trust level, our services make things really easy for people. So we provide bulk firewood, 25-ton loads of logs to people, and that's an interesting one because we don't drop off small loads of wood. We enable community groups to come together to work together on a big firewood delivery and distribute it locally. We provide affordable mammoth insulation, quality insulation for people who want to do it themselves, and the sale of that covers the cost of insulation and helps us provide other services. We provide cosy energy advice, so that's free energy advice over the phone and over the email to Dunedin and Otago residents, supporting the Cosy Homes mission. And we get lots of inquiries about what sort of double glazing should I use, what does thermally broken mean, why is my power bill so high? But the big thing that we're really focusing on at the moment, we've got a lot of work in providing home performance assessments, and that's a critical part of the journey to securing warm and cosy homes.
How can people find out more about what you guys are up to?
Well, they can come and visit our website, which is www.brct.org.nz. They can Google home performance, and they'll find us that way. They can link to us through Cosy Homes. They can look for the Blue Skin Resilient Communities Trust on Facebook, and there's a lot we put on Facebook. We're also on Twitter at Blue Skin Power, and of course you can come in and visit us. Our office is at Waitati School, so it's an easy, very friendly office, open door access. Come and visit us anytime. We've got lots of stuff there, and call us on 4822 Easy to find.
Very accessible. Blue Skin Resilient Communities Trust Manager Scott Willis, thanks so much for your time.
You're welcome.
After the break on 39 Dunedin News, the Southern Steel aim to finish their season unbeaten, and we're on the streets to talk about child abuse statistics.
Emu oil has been used for centuries to support joint mobility and tired muscles. Also helpful for supporting healthy skin. Available as oil or in capsules. Go to www.silverhorn.co.nz to order emu oil today.
Hi kids, if you'd like to enter a competition and win a trip for you and two friends from home to school in a fire truck, see the competition details below.
Wooltech have the experience and the expertise to supply a wide range of high-quality New Zealand-made products and can manufacture customised products to meet your individual requirements. Wooltech, great people, great products, great service.
Mobility Solution Centre Dunedin provides products to improve your independence, comfort and safety. Contact the team at 4777 195 or visit mobilitysolutioncentre.co.nz.
We're at 25 Moray Place at Dog with Tails Cafe and Bar. So we take coffee very seriously. We do what's called contract roasting, so we're creating our own roasting profile and then doing our own blends. We're really focused on the craft of what we're doing. We're going back, instead of going on mass-produced sort of cheap things, we're taking the time to really craft what we're making. Make it so anyone can come here and have a feed and be able to get something they're able to eat or that they want to eat as well. You're kind of getting a taste of cafes from all around the world when you come here.
fun, come all to the Larnac Castle Winter Ball. Traditional dancing, dining and fun to be had. Dress up in your Victorian costume and experience the glamour of yesteryear and witness the address of the haggis. Friday 22nd of July, get in fast as tickets are limited. Call 4761616 or go online to www.larnaccastle.co.nz.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
And mums and dads, we've got a great competition for you too. You can win a fire extinguisher and a fire blanket for your home. Just see the details below.
Welcome back. The Southern Steel are looking to cap off a near-perfect season as they prepare for the upcoming final match. The team's 11 wins and 2 draws make them the 3rd team ever to complete the regular season unbeaten, and they're eager to keep that momentum going.
Looking to end on a high, the Southern Steel are the first New Zealand team to remain unbeaten in the regular netball season. They are one of just 3 teams to have achieved the feat in the 9 years of the ANZ netball competition.
Honestly, I think it's just the fact that we have been together for so long. We have been together for a while now, and we're a young set of girls, and we've been putting in the hard yards.
Players are putting their successful season down to a combination of things, with the cherry on top being their new coach, Nolene Taurua.
We really enjoy her intensity at training and her drills and her different ideas and how she challenges us. So I think that's really been huge for us this year, and it's really helped us.
Tough love and patience with the ball is a big focus at training, something Taurua says ensures all players are ready come game time.
Sometimes trainings are actually worse than the games, and when they do get out there and play, they just feel free. So we do a lot of pressure sets and things like that in training, and consequences, and if you don't do it, then you have to do it again.
Head, heart and humble is the secret motto which players say has been the backbone behind the team's success.
You know, we want to be humble and we want to have a lot of heart when we play and use our head, so I think that's been pretty cool for us, and we've definitely shown that in a lot of our games that we've been following that.
The Steel will look to carry this motto on as they prepare for the home final in Invercargill, just over a week away. Henry McMullen, 39, Dunedin News.
Thousands of people have taken part in nationwide rallies to end New Zealand's abysmal child abuse record. A march was held at the Dunedin District Court to coincide with the sentencing of the 2 people charged with the manslaughter of 3-year-old Moko. With that in mind, our Word on the Street team asked the public if they think more needs to be done to reduce our child abuse statistics.
Yeah, I think definitely. I think it's part of a bigger issue. We need to be making sure that we offer people decent housing and have full employment, so that families are looked after, and then that will help them to cope with any issues within their home.
Oh yeah, I'm all for that, looking after the little ones. Yeah, I agree with that.
I don't know, it just still seems to be happening with the kids. It's just, I don't know what we're going to do.
Yes, we should try and reduce the number, and I think we've got to look at the source problem of why it's occurring.
It's a very difficult problem, and I just think throwing money at it is the way to solve it, but I don't have any answers particularly.
Child abuse is going to stop. You got a child, you must look after the kid.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah, and I think that what needs to happen is people need to feel safe, even from a young age, to come forward and talk about it. There should be more places and more intervention by the government and government agencies to support those who are facing abuse, and the message needs to get out there to all of New Zealanders and to those people who are aware of it or might suspect that it's happening to come forward and say something.
I do. But you've got to get the right culture. The Maori culture, you've got to clean up their act.
Oh, absolutely. I think it's it's not a good thing, and I think that things can be done, but the government needs to be proactive and really pushing changes and and making parents better educated and things like that, so they can look after the children better and stop those kind of things happening.
Child abuse is in very hidden corners in New Zealand. And I have been a social worker myself on a volunteer base in the past, worked for Women's Refuge in Auckland and Hamilton, and I have experienced that there's lots of work done from social welfare, from the government.
I work with at-risk teenagers, and so I see a lot of at-risk young people who need more community support, need more intervention from the powers that be, and more resources really.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on 39 Dunedin News. The city's curtain bank is being inundated with people keen to reduce their home heating costs by installing insulating curtains this winter. New research shows many food manufacturers are improving the nutritional value of their products in order to receive the Heart Foundation tick. And a group of high school students are getting a taste of commercial success with demand outstripping supply for the beehives they're producing. Well, it's time now to find out what's going to be in tomorrow's Otago Daily Times, and Dave Cannon joins us. Good evening.
Vicky, how are you?
Very well, thank you.
Tomorrow we've got the Otago Healthy Times. We've got lots of stories from the hospital. We've got a new tentative date for the building of the new hospital, 2019. There was an $11 million intensive care unit announced today by the government as well for the hospital, which is good news. And we're looking at some radiologists who have resigned from the hospital, which is not such a good news. We're looking at talking to a balloonologist. You know who that is? A balloonologist?
No.
Someone who creates wonderful sculptures out of balloons called Pippity Pop.
Oh.
Great name. Anyway, we have the yarn to her. That's our main photograph tomorrow. The sports department are announcing a new Otago credit coach for Otago. And the Wash is writing about Sexit, which is South Island's answer to Brexit.
Oh, right. That will be interesting.
Yeah, it's good heading. I'm looking forward to seeing the heading on that, actually.
Details in tomorrow's ODT. Thanks, Dave. Time now for local weather.
This 39 Dunedin News weather update proudly brought to you in association with Silverhorn's Emu Oil.
Here is our city view. It's taken a first church from the ground up. Around the city at 3 o'clock today, 10 degrees for both the central city and the gardens, and 9 degrees out on the Tairi. To the situation, and a ridge of high pressure remains over the South Island for the time being. Well, to the forecast then for the main towns on the lower South Island, and it's another fine day awaiting Invercargill, Gore, Te Anau and Alexandra. And it's also a fine day for Queenstown, Oamaru, Wanaka and Twizel, highs of between 8 and 10 degrees. In Dunedin tonight, fine but frosty with an overnight low of -2, bit of a crack of frost this morning. Fine tomorrow with high cloud increasing and light easterlies, a high of 10. And on Friday, mostly cloudy with dry, but dry with light southeasters and a high of 9. To the Otago Pallet Fires tidal and fishing information, high tide tomorrow morning is at 20 to 6, low tide follows at 12:30. And fishing conditions are still not looking flash tomorrow, but if you were keen, you could aim to have your line in the water at around 3 p.m. And that is local news for Wednesday. We'll see you again tomorrow. Good night.
This 39 Dunedin News Bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.